Hello. Yes, I do know that my microphone sounds horrible right now, but I don't care. This is going to be a very low effort video, um, because the entire point of this video is this isn't going to have any editing. Um, it's basically just going to be a little behind the scenes pic of my latest video, or my currently newest video. The Dream Mask music video. So it's just a little look behind the scenes because I think it'll be cool. So the first thing is obviously
What's up?
the Driftvale City, start of it. I actually had the plan to put this in here first, and that's why I walked slowly and in a kind of normal sense. Hold on, let's change it back to the editing tab. Just a slow sense, and then I sped up the footage, and it luckily actually managed to sync up to Driftvale City. And obviously, there's also some keyframing going on so that it stays with my face. And then
What's up?
This is just two green screen effects and a small wave warp effect, along with, I think there's an audio thing in here as well. Yeah, guitar suit. Yeah, there's a guitar suit in there. You'll be seeing that a lot whenever I want to distort something. It's pretty simple. The astronaut is sped up, actually.
So recently, Dreams.
And then this is another sped up green screen. I just found this I searched up Dream green screen, and I found this. I don't know what it is. It was just a bunch of things of him in a weird pose, so I knew I had to use it. And I'm pretty sure I sped it up. And then the word dream is a ton of keyframes, just having it rapidly move around. It was pretty...
New music video for his song, Man.
And then this is pretty simple. I just cut out the footage and keep the audio, and then I put in a picture of the mask, and I add in the funny WhatsApp drip car theme.
Came out. And Mask was already...
And I think that's also pretty simple. This was another thing I already planned. I did not actually say kinda bad. I was already planning on adding this edit with a cheeky Via Pinata reference.
But this music video...
That's just a simple zoom.
To new height.
And this part, I really could have keyframed it better. It's not the best keyframing. There's a but you can actually kind of see me get better at editing throughout the video. But I've already been able to prove myself that I'm way better at keyframing than this. I kind of just, I don't know, splurged out here. This is from Despicable Me. I'm overlaid on top of a minion right now. And you can see at the very end, there's the monster "How Should I Feel" face sped up with the hamburger, cheeseburger, Big Mac Whopper. Just a small sliver of that song.
New Heights.
And also the song in the background is Gangster's Paradise. Or the 2WEI version.
In terms of horrible.
And this actually, I actually did a bit of spacing out between these two edits. They were originally much closer. So I had to move them out a little bit. And then obviously here Ness and Yankee with no brim, very popular meme. I'm pretty sure he's masked out so that the Yankee, masked out. You can kind of see a little bit of clipping there, but I masked out his normal hat to make room for the Yankee.
We will be talking about the dumpster fire that is Mask music.
And then this is another simple thing. Just have a swivel, as you can see over here, a swivel thing, and then add in, just have that constantly be going for a few rotations. And then this.
Ready, green.
I don't know. Even though I'm not a fan of Dream, I'm actually a sort of a fan of a lot of people in the Dream SMP, and I thought I thought Tommy Innett's video was kind of funny on it, and so I just kind of put that in.
Just let me put my Raycon earbuds in.
And so the Raycon earbuds, I had to keyframe that on top of my actual headphones. There's the Snapchat jerk car thing in the background, and also you can see here there's a bit of cropping, so that looks like it's going into my ear. It doesn't look perfect, but it's there just to kind of make it so that it doesn't like go over my eyes.
You know that honey is totally free.
This is kind of a reference to my old banjo video where I made a bunch of jokes about honey. And I just kind of put this Mr. Beast thing on here.
Who says?
So this is actually me, like, asking, like, I actually still do not know who sung that part. And I think I just paused it, like, before the boy part, and that's what the boy part is. Because it's actually like, Ayo parents, this is hot, boy. And then this part.
This is Ayo parents, this is hot.
This is another thing. That's another thing that I had to just keyframe in a bunch of different positions. And those, you may notice that for text, I almost always use Rockwell Ultra Bold, just for like a consistency thing. And then that's like a quick Simpsons thing, along with Big Bird screaming.
Wait, what? Who?
I don't know, I kind of just, sometimes I like to have like really dumb, simple jokes, and that's one of them. I say who, so I become an owl, and right there, in order to make this look good, you'll see in the background this stuff over here that rotates because because the way I was able to erase myself from the picture is because I used. Remember earlier where I entered the frame, I just used footage, a frame from when I wasn't sitting down yet for here, but the things in the back, my little glow stick things, rotated so that they changed, but everything else looks good.
I wear a mask with a smile for hours at a time.
And then right here for a single frame, I put Stone Toss Professor Pester just because I thought it was funny.
Oh my god, you guys, dream face reveal. What is that lip syncing?
And then this is simple. I have a sped up footage with reversals in between. Like I have sped up footage, normal speed, sped up footage going backwards so it looks like it's repeating. And I have me zooming in on me in the background. And then really quick, there's a Mass Effect Andromeda with like a unique transition with the FNAF 2 ambience.
Like, here just goes 5 nights.
This is another thing I kind of obviously planned. I didn't plan before, but I did it like during.
5 Nights at Freddy's is a great game.
Like, it's like, that's what I was trying to exhibit with like how bad the lip syncing was. And then I put that there because I say Five Nights at Freddy's is a great game, and I know there's going to be a lot of. I'm not even sure if I agree with that statement. I literally could not think of anything else at the time. And the Five Nights at Freddy's is a great game. What I did was I said that out loud first, and then put the audio over like me saying absolutely nothing. So like right now, the actual video that you're watching.
Five Nights at Freddy's is a great game.
I'm not saying anything. Like you can see there's two audio things right here. This is from before, and this is what's currently happening. I'm not saying anything, but I used some audio from before.
You see?
And then it pretty slickly transitions into me actually talking.
You see how wrong?
And then this is turning up the saturation and changing the colors a little bit, and plus another more random keyframing thing. And this sound effect, this is a slowed down fart sound effect. If we change this to 100 speed, that's what it's actually supposed to be. So it goes from that to that's what that is. And yet again, that's it. That's it. I'm pretty sure that one's like there's just a bunch of repeating ones, so I didn't have to do as much work. But still, that's another thing.
Stare at the ceiling while I hope.
That's not lip synced.
This is pretty simple. Just put myself coming in. It wasn't that great of an edit. It was just something I thought of. And then also shin cam, just because I thought that there weren't that many like actual meme edits for a while. So I put
They
that
ask
in
me
there.
how I'm doing, I say I'm just fine.
He did not say I'm just fine.
So two things here. Oh crap! Premiere just. So I don't even agree with this statement anymore. He does kind of look like he's saying it. Like the lip syncing actually kind of looks fine there, in my opinion. Now, hold on, this Premiere's being a little weird. So, in order to get this little smooth effect, I can't just zoom it out. I had to do a bunch of smaller keyframes, so I have to like keyframe it so that it's faster in the beginning and slower at the end, so it looks like it's a bit of a smoother zoom out instead of just like a very fast and like straight. Doesn't look very natural. I made it look a bit more natural. Was the intention.
Hilarious how bad this lip syncing is.
Again, I that part actually looked fine compared to most other stuff.
What?
So
What? What am I looking at over there?
So for this, I don't know how to use Photoshop. So whenever you see like edits like this, I'm using Google Slides. Yes, I used Google Slides to make this, and what I did was I took the white up here at the top here, and I like kind of cropped that, and then I made that go over the entire door, and then I added Shadow Freddy there, and then I also cropped him out so he looks like he's going on the door, and I'm just now noticing that he like kind of doesn't fit there, and he looks really, it looks really actually like it's him at the top, but as you go down, you kind of see the clipping there. And the sound effect is actually me, some like dumb thing that I recorded on my second channel where it's like, the devil shivers when a nice guy is Templar. That's the sound effect being used there.
Is that his shadow?
And I just added this because I literally couldn't think of anything else. I added this canceled DreamWorks movie along with Eminem Without Me for some reason. I don't know. I couldn't really think of anything. And then here,
what am I looking at?
You know, everywhere at the, it does kind of look, I don't know, when I thought of this, I was like, oh, it kind of looks like the Everywhere at the End of Time to cover. It doesn't really look that much like it, but yeah. And then the morph cuts, that's just a thing that you can apply in here. It looks more smoother when it's exporting, which this isn't. This is the actual file. Like if you watch the video, it's really smooth. And then I put Dream's Dad IRL just for an added thing.
I actually don't know. He looks like a booger.
And right now, the music in the background is the Able Sisters song, which the City Folk version is very famous for being Tommy Innett's like theme song, basically.
That you sneeze.
I said booger that you sneeze, and I thought that was
You
funny.
sneeze. Like.
And then this was just kind of me showing off, to be honest. Like I didn't have to make it so that this booger comes out of my nose, but I did. That's more keyframing. And then this.
Guys, look, it's Dream's father!
I honestly couldn't really think of anything else. This is kind of a pointless edit, but yeah, I used 2 magnifiers to make his eyes increase, and I put out the, made the background blurry to make it focus. There was originally is there still an alpha glow? I don't know, but there used to be an alpha glow, but for whatever reason, I got rid of it.
IRL Daddy Dream.
And the thing about this is that you can see, like, at the very end, the mask, because I had to use a mask to cut myself, to cut myself out and make sure that, like, it was just my head here. And you can see it kind of falter at the end. Later in the video, I actually learn how to, like, mask path. So this part could have looked better, but I just didn't want to go back to it by the end, because the way I edit videos is I don't like edit things in the middle. I go from start to finish. And one thing I've been kind of trying to break, and I think I finally did with this video, is that sometimes you'll notice that near the end, I start do less and less editing as I start trying to rush the video out. I've been trying to stop doing that, and I think that in this video, I finally really stopped.
That's what the point of the mask is.
And this wasn't really necessary, but I wanted to, like, have this because I actually made, like, a meme on Twitter, like, a while ago, and it got a ton of likes. It was in a reply to an Exploshi tweet, and she herself actually liked it, which was pretty cool. And it kind of somewhat blew up.
He said it! He said the funny!
And then this here, this is Astros, the YouTuber Astrosis. He has like a album or whatever. I haven't listened to that much of it, but since I felt that it was a little like I kind of felt bad for him because none of the attention that he gets so much attention on his normal channel, and then all this cool music stuff that he's doing wasn't really getting that much views. So I just wanted to kind of reference it, and it says I'm a head out because I just kind of get up, and I thought it fits pretty well. And then this here, again, Rockwell Ultra Bold as the font, but it's like an actual purple text. I should note that for basically every font I do, I'm using a stroke so that there's like a little outline on the text. And then once again, there's a bunch of keyframing of me going everywhere, but unlike normally, I also have to make it so that it kind of follows me and also gets like bigger at the same time because I'm getting closer. So that one was kind of interesting. You'll notice the right one spazzes out a lot more because I kind of got the hang of it by the second one, but the first one I was just kind of going all over the place.
That's what the mask is!
Fun fact, it was originally not going to have this red arrow. I didn't think of it until I had already gotten around like this part of the video, just to add an extra edit.
That's what the mask is!
And anyone who watched my SCP video will know that this is the mask that I wore in that. This is supposed to be SCP-035. I just kind of spontaneously thought of that during recording, like, oh, I have a mask. And I just kind of wore that.
That's what the point of the mask is!
Literally, put a hood on. Put a hood on. Make me green.
So this was masking out myself. I did not know how to mask path, so there's some weird stuff going on here. But I basically masked it so that the whole, like, it makes it look like the whole video kind of becomes green, and I try to make my sweatshirt green, but you'll notice my hands are kind of weird in this. And my ear a little bit, I guess, too.
Baby, I'm green!
I actually, like, by the time I finished this, I had 396 and not 393. I'd even planned to, like, update it, but I was just too lazy. And I'm sure, I haven't looked at it in a while, but I'm sure Dream has more than 23.2 million subscribers by this point. And the song in the background is Rodin from Godzilla's theme.
How does he see his computer screen right now?
And of course, there's a little keyframe here where it just says doo-doo fard fard. Thank you, George Not Found.
Actually, hold on.
This is, I don't know, I just kind of I didn't really know what happened here. It's just kind of random.
Hold on.
It's just my face stretching with a freaking Caretaker song in the background.
I haven't even paid attention to his hair. Look at his hair right now.
And this is the second use of Final Bowser Battle. I actually didn't know that, like, Mario Galaxy 1 and 2, like, both have, like, the thing. And I think Mario Galaxy 1's was a lot better, and I wanted to also use that, so I used it for here, because, like, his hair is actually atrocious. And I also put TF2 Unusual Greased Lightning, because his hair looked greasy, and that's, like, the first thing I thought of.
It's like a solid thing.
This was kind of a dumb edit, like, it's not even, like, it has Minecraft music in the background, that has TF2 sound effects, and just a completely normal pickaxe. It doesn't even look like the Fortnite pickaxe or anything. If it was the Fortnite pickaxe, maybe it'd be a little funnier. It was just kind of a random edit for, like, it's a solid thing.
Hey, what is the texturing that they gave his hair? Why are his lips green?
And this is the first instance of masking. It even says, I'm pretty sure it says, your boy, I can read it. Your boy has begun experimenting with mask pathing or something. I'm pretty sure that's what it says. And yeah, it's a little rough, as you can see, but it's starting to look good.
They're green just like Dream. That's why.
Yeah, Stream. Yeah, that'll be in your nightmares.
That's why. How can I be so stupid?
I was kind of panicking on what to put here, and this just kind of happened. And then I thought it made me look like MODOK, so I put MODOK there. That's my thought process.
How could I be so stupid to ask why his lips are green? He's Dream!
This was an image I'd made a while ago, and I knew I had to include it somewhere. So I included it there.
Dream! Everything about Dream is green!
Green. That's pretty simple. I think what's happening here is I have a tint effect, so that every, like, white, like, bleh. It just obviously just puts a tint over it, so there's no like color editor. It's just
Green! He's got green eyes!
and it says when Shricky week 5. I realized like after like Shricky doesn't have individual weeks. I don't know. I couldn't think of anything, and I was kind of jamming to like Madness and Hell Clown at the time. So I just put when Shricky week 5 when like pretend that means when Shricky song 5. But it is a little funnier considering there's only technically like one Shricky week.
God, this is hell! I'm actually a fool!
That's actual footage of me searching Neanderthal. I didn't like get that from the internet. I actually searched up that.
Hell! I'm actually...
And yeah, obviously this is I had to, whenever I have impact font or demotivationals, I use IMG Flip, which is like this dumb meme creation website. So that's how I get so much like impact font and demotivational stuff. That's where I get it all from.
Dream is the best songwriter ever. I'm sorry, guys. Video over.
And obviously that's my outro. Literally, the way I don't know what this is from. My friend Crab sent me this on Discord, and he said Slurpy the Dog IRL, because yeah, it looks like my profile pic a little bit. I have no idea what this is from, and he doesn't either. It's just this mysterious thing.
Wait, it says there's a player on my radar.
So, some of you may know that I frequent this Minecraft server called, the official r/teenagers Minecraft server. I know that sounds off-putty, but literally everyone there hates r/teenagers. It's just a bunch of teenagers, and it's like, it's not, even though it's like stems from it, it's nowhere near the same community as r/teenagers. And on the Minecraft server specific subreddit, there was some post that was like, TG player humor, and it was just this clip of a guy saying, wait, it says there's a player on my radar. I had no idea what it meant. I didn't even find it funny because I had no idea what the joke meant, and I decided to reference it here.
But I've been places, so I'm okay.
Why is it?
Yeah, Slurpy Pog.
Why is his shirt just vibrating?
I don't know why I decided the Among Us sound effect was good there, but I did.
Yes. All right. This is the part. This is where we get.
This is another thing. There's the audio goes from normal to a guitar suit distortion, and obviously I have a little swirl on my head. There's you can like make it so that it only centers like a specific area. Like if I go, I can move that around to where it's twirling and like. Oh dear. Oh yeah, it already had keyframes so it could keep with my face. Let's see what's going on there. Okay.
This is the part everyone has an opinion on, including me.
All right, I kind of changed this into like a. Okay, I should say when I did not screen record anything for this, I did watch Mask in real time for the first time. Like I'd seen clips of it, but I did watch Mask in real time. But I didn't actually record anything for it, so there wasn't like an actual face cam or anything. But I think I added it here just because there's a lot more live reaction to like the normal pills and stuff.
Now, first of all,
I know English.
Talk about how his face just looks.
Yeah, his face looks weird.
And then we gotta talk about why is the paper just.
I did not mask for this actually. Wait, no, I did. Apparently, I did mask for this, but the way I got rid of all the white was I probably just could have masked. Yeah, I didn't have to use a color key. I know why. Because originally I wanted to still include like all the writing, like the F's and stuff, but it just couldn't. So it just ended up being a normal thing. But I think it turned out really well, like somehow.
Liquid.
And then it's Subnautica gameplay with Terraria music because I like unfittings. I like game footage with music from a completely different game. That's like one of the things I find funny for some reason.
The only thing that I can think of is
again, I know English.
Paper's liquid. Is that
this part right here? This is 1 second long. This is 2 seconds long. It took an hour. Here, this is why. Because first, I have to have the MLG spinning logo in the background. That's pretty simple. I just have to apply effect to it, but it's still there. Then I had to keyframe every single tear coming from his face over time and make it look natural. I then had to make it so that when it says tears made from Mountain Dew, the tears change color to the color of Mountain Dew. I then had to keyframe these two Illuminatis onto his eyes for a short period of time. Then we have Paper from Inanimate Insanity here, who I'm actually really proud of how I like tilted him, and it makes him look like he's actually on the paper. I had to mask these thumbs so it looks like they're holding him. This is a more mask pathing experimentation. I actually like how this changed out. Turned out. I know English. And then I have it so that these hit sound effects happen exactly where the tears end. And then right here, Paper goes away and it's normal. And then there's the "Oh Baby, a Triple" sound effect. That took an hour. This alone took an hour of my day, and it's 2 seconds long.
So much that the paper got liquid. That's the only thing that I can think of.
They think that I need
And like right over here, I was kind of dealing with the fallout of that, so there's not
You
much
are
editing
not
for like a
normal.
few,
You
a
are
little
not
while.
normal.
Like you'll see,
No,
it's extremely basic stuff, like just me
like,
stretching.
There shouldn't be a normal. That's like there is no normal. There is just things, right? That's what it should be. And I love his face here. He just looks old.
So, another fun fact. Originally, this was the this old guy in TikTok. He like did the "what you know about rolling around in your pee when you eat Taco Bell." Yeah, that guy. And it was originally him, but I changed it to Sir Billy because I'm trying to do this thing where I like reference Sir Billy in every video. So I wanted to start with that, and that was an easy starting point. This was actually the last edit I ever did in the video. Was changing it from the old guy to Sir Billy.
And then yes, here it is. Throws the pills.
So, Crab Rave, I said this on Twitter. I like to include like dead memes in my videos because I'll be including current memes, and those will eventually die. So if my video's already going to be dated, then I'm just gonna add more dead memes, because if it's gonna be dated at some point, then there's no point in trying to be current if the video is gonna be dated, and then that will sort of like ironically make it timeless or something. That's kind of what I try and do. And so it just says pills are gone. I still really like Crab Rave. I still really like the song. I like the crab. And obviously I put SpongeBob music, so it's a bit slowed down. You can see.
Away, ladies and gentlemen, what a smart.
This effect I'm actually not proud of. It looks pretty stupid. I didn't know. I was trying to do the big brain effect, but I had no idea.
Smart move that everyone should do. Reject.
The music in the background actually was really fitting. It's from Night of the Consumers. It's like the victory theme or something. It actually fit really well with this part.
Reject. Help.
And obviously I did a Drake thing, so.
Return.
So that's like it very quickly fades in, and then it slowly fades out.
Help. Return to math.
PJ Masks. I was already this whole video I was trying to find a place to include them, and that's where I.
Hold on, I've got a bit of a treat for you guys.
Obama, him.
So like what I did here was I wanted to be funny because I'm a funny man, so I just like really slowly scooted out. And then I sped up the footage to make me go out, and of course you got Kanye East, Obama Hamburger, Sussy Balls there. I think when I recorded this, I might have intended that song to be trance music from Racing Game, but I forgot about it by the time I got to it, and I just add Sussy Balls, which I actually think sounds way better. And then this, Via Pinata, I love Via Pinata. I love referencing it, and this is one of my favorite ways to reference it. I just decided to do it.
Fellow gamers, I hold in my hands the IRL.
I did not really know what to do here, so I just kind of did this weird Comic Sans effect with the anime and a puppet horror combo sound effect.
Normal pills.
And then this part, when sees IRL normal pills, this clip is still one of the funniest things ever. That's still one of the funniest clips ever. And so it says, when sees IRL normal pills. And then, I don't know why I thought of this, but then the maw from My Singing Monsters appears on his head, and I had to keyframe this, and it just goes meaty. I don't know why I thought of doing that, but I did.
Yes, that's correct, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, I just thought of that. Like, I thought ladies and gentlemen, like, my mind immediately went to, oh, I'm gonna check the age and gender tab. And there's actually a surprise. I thought there would be less females, to be honest. I'm friends with a lot of, like, I despite the fact that I'm like a Gen Z meme lord, I for some reason I ended up in like a pretty normal, like sort of, it's not DeviantArt. I don't know. It's hard. Via Pinata. Well, it's a Via Pinata community, and like that, they're pretty normal. So I happen to have a lot of like not normies. They're not normies by any stretch of the imagination. I hate that word, by the way. But they're, I don't know. The point is, there's a lot more like females there. I guess I don't know where I was going with that. So I guess that's where it might be from, because they all watch my videos.
I too am not normal.
I could not. I was trying really hard to think of what to do here, and I just like thought of that. And I had to, of course, keyframe him around. I had to mask the monkey out. You can still kind of see Homer's yellow forehead, because this is from the Simpsons movie. Oh crap!
Not normal. Dream does, according to this, have worse grades.
The bruh sound effect here, that's me again. I don't know. I've planned to like put that on my second channel for a while. I don't know when I'm gonna actually get around to it, but that's just something I want to do. So it's like a bruh,
which I don't know how it's possible.
So yeah, as someone who has ADHD, my like third and fourth quarter of the school year was like actual hell. But I did not get. I ended up not getting Fs, or at least not Fs in all classes like this. I don't remember if I actually got any Fs by the end.
But great job.
So this was more masking, and I actually did not need to do as much as I did for this, but I did.
Great job, Dream.
So yeah, it's the Among Us victory in the background.
Good job, Dream.
I did not have to do as much because I had to make that so that it's behind me. So I had to mask myself out so it's in the background. So that's what's going on there. And then it says, so literally no one will get this reference. This is a reference to a game called Pumpkin Jack. It's like it's sort of a spiritual successor to Medieval. It was made by one person, and I'm not gonna lie, you can tell. It's not a bad game by any means, but you can kind of tell. Like there's a few things that are just like about it, but and I'm very glad that I paid $20 for it and not the $30 that it would normally be off sale. If I paid for it and it was $30, I don't think I would be as happy with it. It does have its moments, like the boss fights, or at least the second boss was really cool. The third boss sucked, but the second boss was really cool, without getting into too much detail. And the music is also pretty good. And so yeah, this is a reference to the game over screen, where it's like, and so the great Jack has fallen however many times, it counts your deaths or whatever.
Dude, look, these are so pogger. But the point is, no! Don't throw your pills away!
It just says don't, and like, yeah, throwing away, like, I like, whenever you talk about throwing something away, like, one of the first things that pops into my head, and I'm sure for other people, is Ron Swanson throwing his computer out. So, like, I thought of that. I was like, oh, I should include that. And if you listen closely, you can incredibly faintly hear I wear a mask. I put, like, a little radio effect on it, so it's even harder to hear, but it's there.
Because, like, these are things designed to help you.
Yeah, I didn't really know what to do here, so just added Minecraft. I wanted to have, like, some custom things, like Mental Clarity 3 or something, but I didn't know how to do it, and I checked it out.
The solution to your ADHD, or any...
This was because I did not want to spread too much information. Like, my dad even said, like, are you sure you want to, like, I don't know, I forget what he said exactly, but I did not want to just, like, promote, or I didn't want to act like I was, like, misdiagnosing Dream or saying that, like, it's just an ADHD thing or something. And then at the very end, I also say, don't, like, get hooked on them, because I didn't want to look like I was promoting, like, the heavy use of pills, while, like, Dream obviously saying throw them out is bad, but I did not want to look like I was saying it. Because Dream, like, even said, like, in the Anthony Padilla video, he didn't want to promote it, but he doesn't give any, like, don't do this warnings in the video, and I did not want to fall down that trap.
Is not a mask. It's not.
And I think that speaks for itself. This is a mosaic effect that I used here just for it, and then I put like a little radio effect on the audio.
This frame right here. I've seen so many
Sans. I don't know why.
I've seen so many things about these freaking frames.
This is the music used for this, or another cross dissolve where it's like just deep fried or whatever. The music right here, this is Soulja Boy Crank That like at like 10% speed. It sounds demonic.
These freaking frames.
That's Crank That. That's the you.
Freaking frames.
That's the sound in the background.
I think my favorite was I saw one where they made him a FNAF
I originally there wasn't credit, but I was like, I should probably put credit there.
sister location animatronic.
Yeah, I also wanted to do that because that's what I think when I see darkness.
A FNAF sister location animatronic, and I think that's completely true. She actually looks like.
And also, kind of a little ironic. Another thing about like the game with different game music, the Five Nights at Candy's menu theme is playing for this, not a sister location song.
Actually looks like something I would see in Five Nights at Freddy's.
I actually, like, originally it was going to be that same frame that I was just talking about, but I couldn't fit it good, so I ended up having to use this one. And I thought it turned out pretty well. And so, I actually cut out a lot of footage where I'm still reviewing the whole song, just because I wanted to get the video out a little fast, and, like, for the pacing of the video. I thought it was pretty fine. There's only one thing that I cut that I kind of regret cutting, and it was where I compared not having any mental things and ADHD with TF2 side grades, where it's like it's better in some situations and worse in others. I cut that out by accident, and I was like, no.
So yeah, that was.
I didn't realize until I already uploaded the video.
So that was completely horrible.
This is what is this? It's called a turbulent displace. I don't really know how it works, but like it does work in that situation.
I think my favorite part about this song.
So actually, talking about my friend Crab again, like I don't think I really explained this part well because again, my English is something. What I was saying here is that like this whole thing about the video has no reason to exist, and that the mask there's no thing about the mask. What I was trying to say here is that using the mask as an analogy is bad because, like, there's never been this whole thing, because the whole obsession with the mask was created by his fan base when they tried to draw him and look cool. Like, that was a fan base creation that Dream liked. So, like, let's say, for example, Dream started, and instead of his little stick figure profile picture, he had his hooded self, like with a thing, and like whenever he streamed, like he would like use a mask, and so people would talk like the mask would become an iconic thing because he always wears it. This song would make a lot more sense then because like this is why he chose the smile or something. Like even if that wasn't technically true, like that'd still be a cool little thematic thing. But instead, the mask is just some random design thing that people made when they tried to make him look cool. So the analogy does not really make that much sense.
It literally has no reason.
That's what I was trying to say there.
To exist.
I used objection.lol for this part.
The mask, he actually
the keyframing here is a little rough.
like it's this like whole thing.
Again, I used objection.lol for this, but I did have to edit it a little bit so that it synced up with me talking.
It's like why it exists.
Like, actually, what am I saying? Like, the mask, he acts like it's this whole thing that it's like why it exists. That's a sentence. That is multiple sentences.
When the mask was never this intent.
Okay, so you may have noticed I've referenced Among Us a few times, but like not in like the funny sus way. I honestly like Among Us's downfall makes me sad. That might be a video idea for the future, but I tried to reference Among Us and make it normal just because I want it just as a very bad attempt at making things back to normal. Like I hope that by like 2023, like maybe we can like enjoy Among Us properly or something. But yeah, I referenced the kill sound
of his identity. His icon was always this little stick figure dude, and people who
Pretty
wanted to
simple
make him
edits here. This is another thing I used Google Slides for to edit this, because that's obviously the cooler Daniel had to stretch out the paper a little bit. I honestly should have just covered up the cooler and just had it said the Cooler Dream. But
Look cool.
and also I think they're a little bit
They didn't want to do that because, like, it's not impossible to just make this little white.
So for a while, I might have gotten misinformation, but I'm pretty sure Charles is like the child-friendly way to say the N-word. That might not be true, but that's why I put that there, mainly because it was kind of like, hey yo, turn that up, but I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna do that. I don't, especially not hard R. It pains me to say it. That implies that I say it normally. I don't. But I'm not going to say it because it's not a good word to say. But you know, and this is another thing. I probably should have added a source here. I probably should have. I kind of regret not doing it, but it also kind of looks a bit thematically better if not.
But it is a little hard.
This was I just thought when I just randomly thought, oh hey, the Smash 4 difficulty slider, and I just put the Roblox thing over that. This is actually just one of my favorite edits because it just kind of syncs up. I completely forgot. I completely forgot that I put this here. Like whenever I watch the video, which I've done quite a few times, I don't even see this. Trying to make Cool Art of Dream be like,
And it could be confused with like a cool art of like Wojaks or something.
this was something I planned to talk about before I record the video. I wanted to compare like Art of Dream without like the mask design to Wojaks. That was something I planned to do before.
Wojaks or something, you know? So
It took a while to find the correct like color of Dream. Like when people make like Art of Dream, they don't use the correct color of green at all. Like green has just become synonymous with him. Like the entire color, like it should have been this one shade, but no.
So they took the green.
This is a really quick Awful Hospital reference, just because I wanted to I like referencing obscure I like referencing things that people might not get the reference to, just so it can like maybe like one day people like try and find them, like freaking everyone at the end of time. Everyone tried to find the samples or something. I don't know. Like, but then there's always a chance like there's that one person who gets him. They're like, holy crap, he actually referenced this thing. I didn't know anyone else knew about it.
And they made it so that when he puts a hoodie on and then you give him a mask.
This is basically the sequel to the thing that I did earlier. I actually used mass pathing here. And as you can see at the beginning, I actually put in the effort to make it so that my hands weren't green. But around here, I give up because holy crap, it was so difficult because I had to change the mask things. I probably should have just made a whole new mask from scratch, but it just got so ridiculous that I just decided to focus on having the outline be masked. Because you see, yeah, I refused to keep masking the hands. I tried, dude, I really did. Like, even just these few frames was, like, actual torture to do.
It's Cool Dream.
That's some more of that thing where I said that I have to, like, make it look a bit more natural when the zoom in.
His fan base liked, and Dream liked, so he made it his Twitter profile.
I thought that, like, having two Dreams, I don't know, I just thought that was funny, and I just said, where's the real Dream? Less than 99% picked correctly, because at the time, I was laughing at this kind of older P-ternity video that's, like, Find Markiplier, and it was really funny, and I wanted to make, like, a little mobile game ad thing. I can't beat pink color. The little random off-topic thing, there's this old Tetris game where, like, the harder it gets, the color of the background changes. So that's, like, the one game where I can't beat pink color actually makes sense. There's a singular game out there, a singular, like, Tetris port, where the phrase, I can't beat pink color makes sense. And as you can see, to make it flash, I just have, like, it's there and then it's not. It's there and then it's not. The media is there and then it's not.
That's it. It is not like this whole thing. Like, what's the mask? What's the mask? Why does he wear a mask?
I'm really proud of how I made the text scroll here. And then as you can see, what the dog doing. Real quick.
To keep his face unrevealed.
This is an edit. I feel like I could have done better.
That's why. And because his fan base did a thing. That's why he wears a mask. There was no bigger meaning to it. There's no reason for this song to exist. That's what I find funny.
Another thing that I just kind of came off of the whim, just penis music there for a second.
So yeah, that was just a quick video.
It could have come out longer because I kept like expecting like, oh, it'll be quick. So I took days like completely off, and then it kind of took a while, and I went up to the lake for like a few times, so I didn't have time to work on it. So if I hadn't like taken time off, I think this would have taken like 5 days to make, to be honest.
Dumpster fire of a music video and throw some of my own thoughts into the ring, considering I have ADHD myself.
I do like that. That's another audio fade. It goes from normal to having a little flanger, and then the wave warp from the beginning returns.
And the pills throwing out is quite something. Quite.
There's a quick Deltarune reference because I thought that'd be funny. And then also, you might notice this right here. I'm not going to explain what this is. It shouldn't be too hard if you follow my second channel to know what this is. But just know that this is going to become a bit of a reoccurring thing. But I'm not going to exactly explain what it is.
But was there any real reason for this video to exist? No.
Even my outro here has a bit of thing. Like I had to make. This is another thing where I had to keyframe it so that the swivel looks natural, and I had to model the outro because I didn't know what my new outro was going to be, because I knew the one that I did in my ranking every romance dance video wasn't going to work, and I didn't know what I was going to do. And since I referenced the outro earlier, where is it? It's way earlier in the video. It's one I talk about is right here. I had to model it, like, I just put it in there. I just put it in there, and I had to model it off of that so it would look the same in the actual outro. And so this is what I came up with. And then this is obviously, like, on YouTube, this is where the like, video links in my channel link come from. And then that's just a quick little thing at the end. Again, I kind of stole the idea from Tommy Innit. But yeah, I'd put a funny Pokemon reference. And that is basically the behind the scenes of the mask video. That's a little look into the process of how I create these how I created this video. Yeah. So yeah, I'm planning on doing this for more videos in the future. They'll just be uploaded to the second channel. Hopefully I can get like an actual mic so I don't sound crap soon.